What if India and Pakistan went to nuclear war? 2 billion people dead, a nuclear winter colder than the Ice Age, a global famine lasting over a decade, and all of that from less than 3% of the world's nuclear weapons. If India and Pakistan each launched 250 warheads, the result would be carnage. Over 127 million people in South Asia would die on the spot. Fire, blast, radiation. It would be immediate and overwhelming. But the real horror would come after. The bombings would ignite enormous firestorms. These fires would launch over 37 million tons of black soot into the sky. That smoke would float into the stratosphere. It wouldn't rain down. It would stay. It would spread. Within days, sunlight would dim. Within weeks, temperatures would crash by over 41 degrees Fahrenheit worldwide. That's colder than the last ice age. Food crops would fail on a massive scale. Maize harvests in the US could fall by 20%. Russia's could collapse by 50%. Wheat and soybeans wouldn't do much better. Richer countries would likely hoard their stockpiles. They'd ban exports to protect their own people. That would leave 70 poorer nations in crisis. Those countries could lose over 20% of their food supply. In total, over 2 billion people could die of starvation. That's 1 in every 4 humans on Earth. And the famine could last over 10 years. If that sounds like a stretch, consider this. Researchers didn't just guess. They used climate models tested against real-world disasters. Fires in Australia and Canada gave them proof. These fires launched smoke into the stratosphere. The same process would unfold after nuclear blasts. Even a small war, just 100 Hiroshima-sized bombs, would be devastating. That would drop temperatures by almost 36 degrees Fahrenheit. It would wreck global food systems for years. And don't forget the ozone. The soot would also heat the upper atmosphere. That would tear a hole in the ozone layer. It would let deadly ultraviolet rays scorch crops. That would harm human health even more. Still think this is unlikely. India and Pakistan nearly went nuclear in 2019. A terrorist attack in Kashmir triggered Indian airstrikes. Pakistan shot down Indian jets and captured a pilot. According to Mike Pompeo, both sides began preparing their nukes. Only intense diplomacy and sheer luck pulled them back. Nuclear weapons don't need to hit your country to kill you. They only need to be used anywhere.